How's it going, everyone? A bit of a new game here. We're going to look at backpack battles as like an auto battle of like some like inventory mechanics and stuff like that. I've recently hit Master with Berserker, so I'm just going to go through, because it's a new game, may as well make some content for it. I'm going to go through basically my thought process, what I'm aiming for, and ideally when you want, what you want to go when. I mainly played, for those who know, Blacksmith and Fighter, but I'll go over when you want to go like Chieftain as well, for example. I never played Pack Leader, or I think not Chieftain, sorry, Shaman. So I'm just going to do an unranked game because I don't want to lose my thing because I'm really tired right now. So unranked at Lamau. Alright, so looking at this right now, you want to buy basically everything that's on offer because it can sell for the same amount. As you see, I bought this for 2, sells for 2. Really good in the early game as well. I want to put this there. Ideally, what you'd want to look for would be, I'm going to buy the Warlord's Tusk because I can go with the shield. Ideally, what you want to look for is a whetstone and a dagger, because that can make the hero sword, which is really good and carries you for a lot of it. But you basically work what you got, like a broom works, like anything can work. If you're going the frying pan though, you want to make sure that you try to get some food, and you basically just want a stamina weapon, so you're using stamina. So here we've got the shield, so I can make this into the spike shield. And I know if I reroll, there's highly likely going to be inventory space, which there is. So that helps there. That'll help down the track. You know, put these good positioning so it's like getting affected by the duffel bag, because if it's in it, it gets the buff when you hit Battle Rage. And what we're going to do is we're basically just going to get through the early game and roll for a double axe build. So we're going to look for battle axes eventually. You don't want to roll too early though, because every round the chance of getting the rare items goes up until later it goes down. Alright, wowie, we did it. Go figure. This is the broom. We could go a broom, but we don't really need to. I'd rather keep the gold personally. Nothing here looks good. We don't need it. There's not really much of a reason to reroll, but if depends. At this point, you could eco. Like for example, I'm probably gonna get the dagger just because it's damage, and then just send it. You could reroll. You could buy more. I could get the coal. You could go the broom, whatever, you know what I mean? But this is just for practice. It's like you can eco a little bit, because losing one match early doesn't matter that much, because at the end of the day, like you get an extra health point when the subclasses unlock on turn 8 or whatever it is. So that's, you know, nice. Alright, spear's amazing. We want the spear. Spear's amazing. We will sell this. This sells for free, so we've only lost 2 gold on it, which is alright, because we bought the coal and it was on special. And then after that, we can buy more garlic. Garlic's good. It's just a good item early. And we haven't got anything. We could get another shield if we want. Pocket sand is always good. I love pocket sand. If you've played a while, you played blind builds, and I'll go over like matchups and meta and stuff like that later on. We might lose this just because hero sword is really good, and I was expecting some sort of armor, but we didn't get it. That's fine. So, continuing on, we got the villain sword, which, we could go villain sword to carry us a bit in the early game, and, we will, actually. Maybe not. Nah, you know, it's not true to the video if I had this, but we're gonna go the whetstone. So right here we got a choice. This armor is really, really good, because it provides a lot of, you know, health early effectively, and you want to make it into Dragon Scale armor. I'll go over what you want with that very soon, but for now that's all we gotta do. This might be tempting to get, like it might seem like you want to get it, but like the reality is it's not really that good. The reason being is, I might go the Blinding Sand. I don't really need it. The reason being is, like, we don't need that right now. We want to stockpile gold for next turn, or like have stuff to sell for next turn, because next turn is when the rare items are going to start, you know, appearing more. We're not finding anyone with armor, so the spear is not that valuable. But it is what it is. Cheap stamina potion. We're just going to buy it because it's cheap. But now, if you hover up here, you can see rare's got 40%, so we're going to go for it. This is on offer. We're going to go for it. This is good. And this is really good for what we want to go eventually, but for right now, it's not helping us. We want to reroll for axes, really, like that. And we're gonna leave that. We could sell this and get it immediately, which I will actually. We don't need the dagger anymore. Dagger's pretty useless. We also want to eventually pivot to a box of riches. That's not bad. So when we will, because we don't need the space anymore. We can just stock this full. Coal is pretty unless you're going to make flaming coal, which I don't. I'm probably not going to go chieftain, so coal's not the best, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not going to sell something for it, right? We lose here if he gets good climb procs, but we win here if he doesn't. yeah, Berserker, really good. Berserker armor, really, really, really good. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for axes and we're gonna look for leather armor as well. That's really, 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 really good. We really want that leather armor, so we will sell this. The reason being it's gonna help us right now. And right now we wanna hold on. This is good as well for later because the armor pen is much more relevant later. But we're gonna keep going. This is a decently lucky. Ideally, we'd have the double axe by now, the second axe, but I didn't eco much on turn 2, and yeah, we're chilling. We get the subclasses. So for the subclasses, I'll go over them quickly since they're right here. Blacksmith, I play Blacksmith probably the most. Blacksmith, I think, is pretty good. It did get nerfed, but for the Blacksmith, you definitely need the double axe online. And you need to have a board prepared for it. So the easiest way I found to prepare for it is craft the gems. So like a flawed sapphire counts as a crafted item. That counts for the anvil. Now, I would say fighter's probably the best, but you know, shaman's also really good with the runes. The reason that I don't think blacksmith's the strongest right now is because blind builds are very, very popular at higher ratings, and blind builds destroy blacksmith because you can't deal with it. The only way you can deal with it is if you get runes as shaman, or if you get fighter to hit really fast. So I'm just gonna go fighter because it's the easiest to show off. And here we go. So we got this. So we're gonna swap our board around a bit. This isn't going to be super optimal. I'm just going to... Oops. I don't know what that was about. We're just going to look for something like this. We're going to highlight our weapons, stuff like that. I think Pocket Sand... Pocket Sand's probably not better than this. But so again, we're really, really, really looking for that second axe. And you're probably going to lose... Oh, that's stupid. You're probably going to lose whenever you go try to craft the axe. We just can't. This is really, really, really good, but we really need that axe. Like, it's a big deal. We're not getting it. This is 1 gold, and we're just going to try for it next turn. Sometimes that happens, you know, you don't get anything. You might be wondering here what we're going to, like, try to do. We can't really do it right now, but what you'd want to do is something like... I'm just going to show it quickly. You'd want something like this. Basically. I'd have to reform the board. I'm just not going to bother right now. No, I probably should. You know what? I probably should. I mean, we are doing the video. I don't know why. I'm talking about it long enough. You just did this, right? Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The whetstone's not going to be perfect anymore, but it's fine. We're just going to send it. Actually, I'm going to change this. I think it's better to have the regeneration than the Pocket Sand personally. So going into it, this is a pretty unlucky, we got some decent stuff, like we got both our armors, which is good, but we're really going to start lacking damage soon, so we really have to find an axe. There's the axe, there's another armor as well. Lovely. So we're probably going to lose this turn, and the reason for that is with 2 axes, you're losing a lot of stamina, so I'm actually going to ditch these gloves for just room. And the hammer we can take off because it's not the best anyway. We want these, we really want this, but the problem we're going to run into right now is we don't have enough inventory space. But we will pick it up for now because this is really quintessential. I don't need the Gloves of Haste, like, super duper bad. I'm going to lock these, actually. It might be tempting to Forge Hammer these, but I don't think it is because you want it to affect the Brass Knuckles. I think Brass Knuckles are really, 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 really strong. We're going to lose this anyway, so I'm actually going to eco this turn. In the way that I'm going to place this here just so I can craft it this turn so it's up and ready for next turn. We might win this, actually. This guy's board is pretty iffy. Pandemonium's not the strongest. Oh, never mind. As I said, stamina problems, so rip. But, is what it is. We went into that expecting a loss. So now I'm going to change it a little bit. I like it looking like this. We want these armors. Armors are amazing. We really desperately want more inventory space. This is good as... Amethysts are really, really good to put in armor because of the amount of pyromancers you'll see at high rating. A lot of them are running revives or heals, and this will cuck them a little bit. And that's super important. Usually I would pick up the Divine Potion as well, because it's on offer, to help counteract, like, debuff stacking. But right now we are really, 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 really down bad for inventory space. So we need inventory space really bad to fit our items, right? We don't need to make anything, so we can ditch that. I don't have a thing right now, but ideally this is you'd want this here, which I will put actually. So you can go like this. That's really good because you want this brass knuckles to hit really fast because it's going to stack up crit and it's going to stack up accuracy, which is very important. So baseline already, this isn't like 100%, and there's going to be people running blind. Like that's what people are going to do. So you really want to try to negate that, because that's one of our lost. We can't win if we can't hit we can't hit them, right? So we really need to play around what beats us. And what beats a Berserker, if you get decently rolled, is not too much actually. You can die to like, it's basically blind more or less, or like other Berserkers or Pyromancers are your main thing. Blind's super popular, as I said, so you basically want to like do something to counteract it. And yeah, beat her. So we got the collar here. The collar is good. We really want the collar. The collar will make our battle rage last longer. Whilst the battle rage is active, all these dragon scale armors and the duffel bag will be giving us damage reduction, which is huge. Yeah. With this, we want actually the flawed topaz in the inventory for stamina regeneration, because we don't have anything to like deal with our stamina right now. This is a really good item because we can get it to hit all 3 of these. This is a really good item. I'm actually going to keep re-rolling. We got inventory space, so we're going to sell one of our turnips. Well, turnips. It's not a turnip. So we're going to sell that. I'm going to put this here. Just put it'll. Thank you. And we're going to basically just keep trying to just fill up our inventory out. We're basically stabilizing completely. We've got what we need, which is the axe. We stick whatever gems in it that we can. Rubies are okay. Eventually people are going to use amethyst to cuck our healing. So we're going to really want sapphires to do massive dam. And that's basically it. This is free because it's on offer. We got this as well. We don't have anything to do. Emeralds are pretty useless. Blade, not bleed. What is it? Poison is not super popular right now. There is some people running poison, don't get me wrong, but it's just not super popular. And the reason you put this here is because it's going to make all the armor, so we get 40 armor from each of these, right? This is going to improve it by 30%. This is really big because this armor, when we've got our damage reduction, is going to be more effective, right? Because we're reducing our damage taken by, 30, 45, and 45, 65%. So 65% effectively better armor. This is huge. Like Shield of Valor and like Dragon Scale armors are huge. Even if you can just get 2 Dragon Scales armor, it's still really worth it. If you've only got 1, it's probably not worth it. But if you've got 2, it's definitely worth it, because you can also use like stone skin potions as well, which is really helpful. Like you just want to get ridiculously tanky with armor. The only thing that'll kill you really is sapphires, but sapphires are harder to cut. Not everyone's running sapphire. There's a lot more there's a lot more blind. So we're gonna go through it again. We're probably just gonna clean everything here. Like it doesn't matter. Like we're gonna hit enrage and they can't kill us. We'll just kill them, or I'm just gonna not kill them. Ha! See, juiced build, absolutely juiced. Giga Chad Steel Goo, but this is a good ranger build. We just didn't quite get there. I know, literally seconds ago. But we'll get more stuff. We fill out our inventory. So right now, what you're looking for really is you could get flutes. You could get, you could even get a Whoppertinger if it's on offer. A Whoppertinger, sorry. If it's on offer. 12 is way too much for this, because, yeah, it's just too much. 12 is a lot. 12 gold is a lot of gold. So this, I don't think this is worth it personally. I think rubies are probably one of the worst gems other than emeralds. The best gems are sapphires, topazes, and amethyst, right? So we got this, so we can get more attack speed. This is one of the reasons why I'm not worried about putting amethyst in my weapon, because it doesn't matter. Crowns are good if they're on offer as well, just to help cleanse, and because you can get, if you've got flutes, you can get mana to become invulnerable. Blood amulets, if it's on offer, are okay. Then it's not like insanely good, but it's okay. We want this because stamina is a huge deal. We don't want to get cucked by stamina. Again, this is just, emeralds are terrible. They don't do much for this build. Like, on hit, 2 poisons garbage for us, and chance resist is poisons garbage, and the backpack's not good enough either. Cheese is okay if it's on offer as well. It's not, you can fill it whatever you want. For me personally, what you really want to go for is spiked collars, potions, and more gloves of haste. You want a gloves of haste brass knuckles in here, so you'd have like 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and then whatever else, right? Then you just want to fill it out with potions, and that's basically your build. You can even put more shields if you really want to, but what's going to happen here is like we're just going to chop, 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 chop. And even though we got a couple stacks of blind, just to show you what I mean, this brass knuckles has made this over 100%. You really want this to always hit, because if it misses, you can just get unlucky and you can just die, right? We continue on. We got this. Amazing. We don't have anything to put at the bottom here, unluckily. I definitely prioritize, typically, I'm going to actually move that there. I would definitely prioritize doing something like this, because I personally think that's much stronger. But it's not the end of the world if, like, you can't. The reason for this is you really want this to stack accuracy as fast as possible, because if you get unlucky with, like, say, a blind hit early on, your brass knuckles won't hit, you won't stack accuracy, your double axe won't stack accuracy, and you'll just die. You really, really, really need that to be stacked as fast as possible, as soon as possible. We don't have any room really for stone skin potions or anything. We're not going to save up. This is on offer. We do have room for that. That's amazing. We're going to put that there because we want it to proc a lot. So when this procs, it'll sip this. So we basically get 2 uses of this. So we want this there. This is good. We want this the next turn. We got some sand. Personally, using sand is also kind of risky because some things do reflect, and because of that I'm going to sell it. We're not a blind build by any means, so we don't need the sand. The sand's just nice to have, but sometimes you will reflect it back onto yourself if, like, they've got certain things like the dragon, which reflected the blind back on me, right? So it's not the end of the world that I got blind, that one stack of blind, but, like, it's just a dead slot if they've got anything like that. And notice, like, we're struggling with the stamina, so we really want more topazes. We don't have it. Kyle goes down, Giga Chad, chop, 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 80, done. He's doing anvil, so pretty fun build. We're definitely going to keep going for survival for the memes, but you can leave that. The only thing that can go wrong with this build is if you don't hit anything early. That just cucks you, right? If you don't hit literally anything. And we're going to keep combining these together. Just because we got extra slots. You don't want to combine all your gems together for no reason, because it's not as worth. This is really good for cost to reduce healing, the opponent's healing by 30 is insane. Oh, another one. So we're going to lock these. We don't want these to lock. So we've got a lot of spare slots, but I don't care. I don't care about sapphires. Like, sapphires, like, in armor don't do anything for me. It's not my thing. And I don't want them in my backpack either, so we want to combine those ASAP. We're just going to buy this, because fill in the slots, right? We ideally would want more Gloves of Haste, but they're just not coming up, so do what we can. We're just going to min-max, we're going to lock these. I don't want those to become Dragon Claws. I would much rather they just be buffing the Brass Knuckles all the time, because we want to stack the accuracy as soon as possible. You can make, like, this one, for example, if I had more, I could turn this into a Dragon Claws to get the axe to go really fast, but you got to be careful, because you're going to run out of stamina eventually, right? Like, watch when I hit Battle Rage, like, my stamina's just cucked, so... And stacking up the damage early is really good because, yeah, if you stack the damage up early on the axe, because it gains 2 damage, it's when you hit Battle Rage, you'll do a massive double hit. Nothing here we really want. We can get an Amethyst to cut healing a little bit. Get another one of these because we love that. So what we could do here is we could move these along. I probably should. I wanted to be lazy, but that doesn't look good, does it, if I'm lazy in a video? So in reality, like, you could say, why aren't you putting the Forging Hammer here? It's just, it's going to do more damage if I put it here. Like, Forging Hammer's already okay, it doesn't do any damage to begin with. I don't have anywhere to put this, really. So we're looking for, like, the long strips. This is cheap, we're definitely going to get this. So, because I know I'm really good right now, the only way I lose is debuff, so I'm going to put this here and put these like this, so if this procs or this procs, it's going to sip this. So this potion's going to go off 3 times during it, and I'm going to cleanse 30 debuffs, potentially, which is good. I noticed there was a flute there, but didn't really need it. We got another hammer, Gloves of Haste, which is really good. We want this, so we're going to lock this, and we're probably going to... yeah, do that. Ideally, I would have more topazes. I just haven't found any. More topazes or warpating are on offer. Bananas are okay if you get them early, but I wouldn't buy them specifically now. Like, it's too late in the game, you know what I mean? So we're going in. We haven't run into any, like, super meta pyros yet or anything like that, but this is, like, when it goes to start. Because the problem with this pyro is he's going to revive himself multiple times, so that's why the Amethyst come into play to help us, like, neuter his healing a little bit. Because if you don't believe me, here's the log. You can check the log. Oh, wow, amazing, I know. So we're going to stop here. We're going to look at healing done. So that's a lot of healing, right? And we're reducing it by 30, 20, 70, and 95%, and I don't believe he has any rubies in his gear, so we're cutting his healing by a significant margin. And yeah, he's still healed that much. So as you can imagine, you really want to gun for these amethysts. They really help with everything that's meta, being like, well, Pyro really. Pyro is super meta right now, right? We want to keep going. Oh, look, amethysts. We love amethysts. Also love rubies. For this personally, because we're getting towards the end, we don't want to combine these, because this is probably what we're going to be finishing the game on, you know? That we don't really need this, like... I guess we could replace a ruby with it, but I think 10% lifesteal is better than... No, 20% chance to pierce armor is better. Definitely better. We got another one of these potions, and we love this potion. So we're gonna swap that. The hammer is pretty useless after the early game, other than crafting items. So you can sell it if you want, or you can just keep it in your little storage. So here, like, arguably, I'm not gonna craft anything. This hammer's useless, so sell it. Get this. Big damn, right? Big damn. I love this one. And we'll just put this like in the armor. It's not good, but like there's nowhere else to put it really. I mean, we could just put it here for a start because we don't. It's better to put it here because yeah, it's not going to do anything really. Then we got this, and that's it because that'll go here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's probably actually. I can't do that. Okay, we're gonna min-max this board a little bit. I know I can't do it. Because I want this to sip up more of the armor. Vampirism does help a bit, because we've got so much armor, it helps recover it, but we have a little bit of lifesteal, and that'll do. Like, you could pick up more boxes as well if you want. This we're probably gonna. I hope we're gonna like trounce this guy. And yeah, chop, chop, chop. That, as you can see, there, massive armor. The downside of this is if someone does have a lot of amethyst. I keep saying amethyst. Sorry. If they have a lot of sapphires in their weapon, you're gonna get chopped right through it, right? But you can't counter everything at once. So Berserker's gonna be vulnerable to that armor penetration, or poison if it goes on long enough, which is why we gotta look out for. What we got to look out for? We got to look out for some stuff. We're just gonna slam a sapphire there because there's nothing else really. This cap resilience will be fine. There's not really much else we can do. I'd rather have this amping the lifesteal a little bit than stealing 6 life. I don't think that's really worth it. But either or, it doesn't really matter. This is kind of what you're going for. Something like this, you ideally would have more topazes or like a warpating or something just to help with stamina regeneration, because I don't have that at all. I would always sell my hammer here just to try to pick up something, because it's the last round, you know, last round. Yeah. The downside of this build is like if you don't get lucky early, oh my golly gosh. Oh, time to see if we can beat Goobert. We are not beating it because we are getting blinded all the hell, and yeah. They have a rainbow goober. What a good way to end this video. Maybe we can bring it back now. Not even a chance, mate. Rainbow Goobert does not mess around. That is a massive, massive flex. What a gamer. An absolute gamer. An absolute gamer. Goobert didn't even heal that much, just blinded the heck out of me. Yeah, just massive blind early and just it's over, right? Because with all these flames and stuff, these are going off like yeah. Quite quickly, eh? But yeah, that's it, right? Still pretty good. Like, I've never seen this guy before. What an amazing show. But this is basically something, I did this build basically non-stop to get to Masters. Sometimes you will just lose early. You want to just look out for storage space. You really want those double axes. Start rerolling once it gets to like rarity 40% in the store. If I had to change anything about this build, I guess I needed more spike collars. Because I didn't see any, but I needed it because my battle rage is only lasting for 5 seconds. If I had more, it would last way longer, right? Because there's 7 seconds at the moment of like all this damage reduction. And I would have more topazes for stamina because didn't have enough stamina, right? Because you're getting most of your attack speed from fanny packs. You don't really want to stack gloves of haste. because if you do, you will just run into stamina problems. You want to be very wary of your stamina. That's one of the biggest things I see people mess up in this game. Is stamina is huge. If you have no stamina, your axe isn't going to hit. You need to make sure that you're not that you're overcapping stamina, so your stamina is never going down, but you want it to basically like slowly whittle down before Berserk. So when Berserk happens, it will run out. Right, because you're going to be attacking a lot faster. But that's all you can do really. Even with all this like tech, sometimes you just get out memed. But yeah, that's something funny. Thanks for that. Thanks for the stuff. If you get a lot of anvils, if you really are dead set on going anvil, you really want the double axe early because the anvil will buff the double axe. And if you really want to go, what is it, shaman? You want to look for the runes that give you accuracy and crit. That's really big. I think it's like, what is it? There's one that gives like 15% crit, 15%. I think most of the runes are pretty good. You just gotta be careful because you can get memed if you don't get anything in the store. I might record a video if people are interested about Shaman. It's nothing crazy, but you really want to prioritize getting jewel boxes earlier than I did. I think it's really good even for this build, getting jewel boxes, just for like the potential armor pen, like all these jewels, especially the amethyst. Like the amethyst really help carry against like certain classes that heal a lot. And yeah, I think it's really good. As you can see here by our damage, we just got blinded and just did no damage. That's it. That's just how it is, and that's one of the reasons we go fighter is because even if we didn't hit with our brass knuckles, we just never would have hit in period. And yeah, I don't know why, but it's not taking into account our blind debuffs right now. We only hit with like 2 of these, but that's it. Thanks for watching if you came so far. That's Backpack Battles. I mainly play Berserker. I played other classes too, just showing you I have played. Pyro is definitely I think Pyro is one of the best classes. Range is fun. And yeah, even Reaper. Reaper, just go blind build or poison lore. Berserker, you can do whatever you want really. You don't have to go to black build like I had. You can even go you can go busted blade. They did recently get bud fixed. You can go the animals. I don't think the animals are that good, but I could be wrong. You could go like a claws of attack build. You can go a lot of things. You can go a vamp build, you can go a hammer vamp build, you can go a hammer poison build. There's a lot of like things you can go in this game, which I think is really cool. But towards the end of it, you really want that double axe. Like the double axe definitely I feel is the best build possible. However, they did recently bug fix busted blade, or rather, yeah, because the stamina decrease or cooldown usage during battle rage wasn't happening. But I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I don't want to like just tell people something I haven't tried, right? But yep, cool. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Bye.